Welcome everybody to the Serial Talk podcast. Number 10. Number 10.
No,
I'm gonna try to look at the camera.
Number 10, is it?
It's either 10 or 9.
It's number 8.
It's definitely not number 8.
I mean, it's number 9.
Number 9. Yeah, number 9.
Serial Talk. Serial Talk. Serial Talk.
Number 9.
We're coming to you guys live from my house again.
Live.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I came up with this question in line at Schlotsky's today.
Schlotsky.
And I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about
Who's ever been to Schlotsky's though? Like,
Well, people have been.
yeah, but I've never like, hey bro, I'm feeling some Schlotsky's, you know?
It's been
I've
since
never once
maybe
said that.
5th grade since I've been, but I think it's
Yeah.
good. I don't
I
think
had
it's
it.
bad.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't had it like ever. I've only had it probably this year. It's because of Trinity and her family.
Yeah.
But I found these like little sliders. They're Chipotle chicken sliders.
Good.
They're delicious.
That sounds
Maybe you have
pretty
to
good.
try Schlotsky's.
They're one of those things though. I can
saying it so
tell.
weird.
Schlotsky's.
Schlotsky's.
It's just Schlotsky.
Schlotsky's.
They're one of those things that like if you it could either be fantastic or really bad. Like
Okay.
I can tell. You can tell like if they cook it wrong.
Yeah.
It's gonna be garbage.
Like
so.
everything at Taco Bell is like either great
Yeah.
or not good.
Yeah. You're right.
Solid.
Okay, well, I thought of this question.
Embarrassing.
I thought of this question. So I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about certain people assassinating other people. So I was thinking, what is going through somebody's head when they decide, okay, I'm gonna sign up to assassinate this guy? Like, I want to take this person's life.
It's
for
probably just a
whatever
lot of
reason.
money.
So what? Not the specific assassin, not that person, but the people that are wanting to kill somebody else. What would be the reasons for you guys, other than like self-defense and defending your family? What would be a reason for you to just go be like, okay, that person needs to be taken out of existence? Like I feel like it's got because think
you said
about
other
that.
because the only reason, like the number one thing that comes to my mind, if I even thought of that, would be security for someone I love. Maybe not even me. I don't think I would be like, oh, I need to kill this guy for my sake.
So
You know what I mean?
yeah, so because that's kind of like an answer.
Or
It's
like a
just
national security.
You're talking that's
Like,
that's more
Jason
along the lines
Bourne
I was
stuff.
thinking.
Okay.
It's like if you're like politically like you're higher up and you have the power to say, okay, I want this person to be dead.
Oh,
What
you mean
would
like a
be the-
political opponent?
Yeah, if you're that's more along the lines I was thinking when I thought of the question.
I don't know. 'Cause
Like
that's
what-
like highly.
Because those people aren't really doing bad, but their idea is like, okay, let's go kill this person so that our power may grow greater. Like that's freaking messed up.
So what's the question? Like, would we do it?
What would be the reasons that you would have to be like, okay, if I kill this person, it's a good idea? Like, what are the things that would indicate for you that it's a good idea?
It'd have to be like I don't know, they're like a terrorist or something.
You'd
You know,
have
like,
to.
I'd have to
the
like
only
Personally,
answer.
right?
Yeah, personally.
I would say the same, like security.
because if there's like a big enough like purse, like if it's like 10 million for this guy, you're gonna find ways to like justify it. You're gonna be like, okay, well this guy's obviously a bad guy, and like he's done wrong, and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
So okay, here's another question. Then, somebody give you $5 million, would you kill somebody?
With no questions asked, or like
They
do I know the person? Like
they give you one person. They say, okay, see that person over there? I want them dead. Here's $5 million if you do
million?
it. $5 million.
5 million.
I'd say no.
What would you do?
They show you the 5 million, like straight up.
Yeah, they
5 million?
yeah
Like,
they're
have a
like
suitcase?
I
here's,
just
here's-
couldn't. Like fear would be like fear of myself getting caught, and then
You get caught, you got to live with that for like the rest of your life. Like,
yeah, like I'm cool. Honestly, like I'm cool just sitting.
if
below.
someone's shady enough to like offer 5 mil in a suitcase to kill some random dude, they probably could just kill you like right away, right after you take that money anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know. No, that's too.
Okay.
Now if
would
okay.
you kill someone if they're like, hey, if you don't kill this person, I'm gonna kill your daughter?
Sure,
Yeah, probably.
probably.
It depends. It
I
depends
think
on the
everyone would say
situation.
that.
I need to know
That's
the
a
situation.
messy situation.
But
It is for
probably.
sure. What if like the government is like, hey, we want you in on this like program, blah blah blah, take this guy out, like a little 5 mil.
So you're
contract.
saying like you do it as a job, like
Like
you're
the
in a-
interview.
like- yeah.
Have you seen the interview with
Yeah, it kinda
Seth
like-
Rogen? and
like
Dave
that.
James Franco, Dave Franco. Which one?
Yeah, that's James.
James.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just watched that one the other day.
Like Jason Bourne stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like hey, you got to kill. These are all bad guys. That you have to kill. It's like your duty.
You were a part of the military though, and you went into it kind of with an idea of like I'm going to do this for a career. So you kind of thought that could possibly be part of your
No,
future.
well, no. I mean, like what I thought. Obviously joining the military, I know that I could be deployed. and that people get into situations where they're in combat, the likelihood of which goes less every year.
Yeah.
As the war scales down and stuff. And then if we're not even slated for deployment anytime soon, then that's even more or less. But so that really doesn't even come up in my brain. Like 99.8% like positivity, I will never like get into combat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and then their stuff is like that's like CIA, like let's go kill these guys and be quiet about it.
All right, so if you were, let's say the CIA came to either of you and said, okay, here's $5 million per year that we're going to give you. You just have
The
to be
CIA?
our CIA.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to assassinate the targets that we give you. We would train you. We do all this stuff. Would you do it? Basically, would you be a paid assassin, a government assassin?
How much you get paid?
$5 million a year.
$5 million a year?
$5 million a year.
All right, you can
That's
do it for
pretty,
a year.
I mean, if for the government, it's okay, right?
Well, that's what you. That's what,
That's
you'd
what
say.
you hope.
That's what
Yeah.
you'd say to yourself, though. Like,
That's what you would say, but
You
those
know
people
that
at
it's
the
not for
top,
good.
No, you know that
It
you're
wouldn't be
killing
for
like
good, but-
philanthropists and stuff out there. Just,
yeah, just opponents to what you're doing.
You're killing
I
some
mean,
reporter that found out stuff he shouldn't find out, and you're just.
I'd like to say no. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How much money would it take for you to do it?
Asking money prices.
Like to kill someone?
To be
kill
a paid
someone-
assassin for the government. See, that's different. If you're killing somebody, you're breaking the law. So I'm not only asking you to kill somebody, I'm asking you to break
Well,
the
you
law.
probably wouldn't have law. You wouldn't probably have immunity in the if you got caught, like in the whatever country you're killing someone at. Like they're not going to say like
No, they're going to be like,
we state sponsored.
Yeah, you're 100%.
So you
right.
know that, but
But at
if
the
you,
same
like,
time, you
no one
don't
would
have
go
the-
after you though. In that sense, they wouldn't go after you if
Yeah.
you'd think. So in that case, probably $1 million.
You would do it for $1 million. You would be a CIA
To kill
assassin.
a bad guy for $1 million. Like if you justify,
You don't know if
yourself-
it's a bad guy.
But here's the thing. All right, so
just-
so
just
say
tell me
like,
the government
all right,
wants you
so
to
you
kill
know
him.
how I said 99.98, so 0.02, right? Say 0.02%. I do actually get into a combat situation, and we're in a certain area, and I do kill someone. Well, I killed them, and they're a bad guy. I didn't get paid for that. So like
Okay, that makes sense.
in
I
that
can
case, if I had $1 million,
But you don't know if
for
they're
that,
bad
or-
guys? Like, does it seem like shady work, or does it seem like...
I don't know.
I mean, do you ever really know if someone's a bad guy unless you see them do something though? Like,
Do you even know if someone's a bad guy in general? Like, what's
Unless
right
they, like,
and wrong?
kill
like in
someone right in
war,
front of
like
you.
even in the same,
Yeah.
same idea. That just the guy over there shooting at you doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
well, no, he's
Just
like
because
in
his
your eyes,
leader
you're the one shooting
disagrees.
him, so he's got to
Just
shoot back
because
at you.
his leader disagrees with your leader.
Yeah, exactly.
and you're in his country, and like he's grown up. I mean, now you're getting to the point where like people that we'd be fighting in Afghanistan, they've grown their literal entire 17 years or 16 years of life. They've known American soldiers to be occupational.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So like that's a weird feeling,
yeah.
and in
not
that
know
in
a
that,
different
ca-
life.
in that case, it'd be like, yeah. I mean, if you just like grow up with everyone around you, is like, yeah, Americans were the problem for like not having money and all this stuff. You'd be like, oh, that makes sense. Like they're the bad
That
guys.
makes sense. Let's stand. And then even from our perspective, it's kind of like, yeah, maybe we are not the good guys in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, like people in the military, even like everyone that I talk to, I mean, most people are always like, if most people in the military don't think that war is like the best option.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you go on to like these like comments and stuff on like Instagram, like if the army posts something, it's like all these like middle-aged women who are like, "Go, God bless the troops," and everything like that. And,
Yeah.
like people that I talk to,
Our
like, that are
grandmas.
Yeah.
within
My grandma.
within my unit and stuff. It's like, yeah, like a lot of the stuff. Like, why are we still in Afghanistan, or why are we still in Iraq? Why are all
Is
these
it just
different
now the
things so
norm?
big?
Is it just the norm now?
I don't know if it's always. I'm sure it's been like that. In Vietnam, people were like, "Why the hell are we here?"
Yeah.
Everyone thought that at that time, though. But
Yeah. I mean, that was
You know,
that was
right
different
after-
circumstance.
right after 9/11, the invasion of Afghanistan, that makes sense, right? I mean, like, oh yeah, these are where the bad guys are. Okay, let's go kill them. 18 years later, does it make sense?
I think we got
I
him.
don't think so. I mean, that's
got
the thing.
one side of
so
them, now we got
my
another
buddy who
popping up.
is in the Air Force. He got back from his deployment in Afghanistan, and they're just running out of missions to do. I mean, they're just dropping bombs on people that are like
Really?
bad
I didn't know it was
guys,
like that.
but yeah, they're running out of missions.
Dang.
That's
like
crazy.
they're running out of bad guys. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like,
Have you guys seen these? I think they're Marines, but I know that they're military focused, and there's these commercials that basically show like these 7 tanks running down this field. All these dudes.
Oh, yeah,
running
you're
next to
asking
it,
me like the
and
Army
they're like
commercials.
shooting at something, right? They look like they're all like, oh man, look at these guys, they're freaking cool. There's planes and helicopters dropping bombs and stuff.
Yeah.
There's nothing in front of
Oh
them.
my God.
But it's like the whole thing turns around and like join the army. Da, da, da. And it's like these dudes like, and they're like popping out of Humvees.
They
just-
turn around like.
Oh yeah, they're all no. They don't turn around and say join the army, but it's like armyrecruiting.com, blah blah
Right.
blah. Like they're
And
it's
you see
recruiting.
that there's nothing in front of them.
Yeah,
well, it's
yeah,
just like
for
a
sure.
hillside. that
Yeah.
they're like-
Okay.
So, all right, you were gonna ask me this like a couple months back. You had
This was
talked
like about a
this.
month ago. I talked to you about it. And,
yeah, so those are the new. It's the new Army marketing because it used to be like Army Strong. You remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
And it was like this,
It's-
heroic, like
it reminds
patriotic
me-
type of thing. But
It's like the Call of Duty marketing where
Yes.
it spiked after Call of Duty came out because everybody wanted to join the army.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like they're reverting back to, okay, let's show the kids that have grown up a little bit since Call of Duty, like, hey, the army looks like this. Come
Right.
join us.
no, that's exactly right. Like you're rolling with like high speed stuff, and you're like sitting out of you have like miniguns on the sides of the Humvees and stuff that aren't even up armored, and it's just like in this jungle that you're just killing bad guys in this jungle,
Yeah.
and you have helicopters flying over and stuff, and that stuff. Like, and it says like join army or whatever, or it says warriors wanted. That's like their new slogan, and
that's a dope slogan.
I mean, it's good from the standpoint of that. Like, it's good marketing for them, but it's just funny though because like 99% of the people in the army are never going to experience anything near that. But it is true that some of those like people that they're portraying are 75th Ranger Bat,
Yeah.
and those are like special ops
Elites?
or they're Ranger isn't like special forces because you actually have SF, which is Green Beret, but those are high speed guys that are like those are the guys that are kicking in doors today in different countries like in Africa and Asia and
So we
South
don't-
America.
We
those
don't
are guys
really.
fighting.
We wouldn't need a draft, right? Army draft.
No.
You think we'll ever need one ever again?
So here's my thing with that is like I think there could theoretically be one reinstated if there was like there wouldn't I in my opinion I don't think there's ever going to be another massive conventional war.
Yeah.
Like I think that's just done.
Yeah, we talked about that last time, right?
Yeah, there's just never I don't
Yeah.
think there ever will be because like there's too many nukes.
All right, so
Yeah.
it's really bad quality, but this is also another commercial that got me going. That I'm just like, listen, anybody in the military, that's it's a big sacrifice and it's awesome. But look at this commercial. You can't see it, but I'll kind of tell you what's happening. So this guy's showing up to this like obstacle course arena, right? He runs through it. Okay?
This is an Army.
This is a Marine commercial.
Bro,
What year was this?
It's about 10 years ago. I think.
Goodness. He's like climbing some.
It is
Yeah,
more
we should probably
than a trial
commentate on
by
what's happening.
Yeah, 'cause
I
they can't
don't
see.
know.
Well, I'll put it on the video.
It is a rite of
Yeah,
passage.
So he pulls out a sword. He pulls out a sword.
Like Buzz Lightyear off,
Watch what pops up. A freaking dragon pops up.
If you can master your fear, outsmart your enemy, and never yield, even to yourself.
Well, that dragon is
And
easy
he defeats the dragon with the sword.
on a balance beam. And
The few,
And he gets burnt into a
the
marine.
proud,
that's
the
embarrassing.
Marines.
That is bad. That's
That's-
why they switched over to like the few, the proud, like
Yeah,
they
that
went-
is. Do you think that?
Because
They had
somebody
to
said,
be.
listen,
Nobody liked that.
No, that
for
was
sure.
garbage. But of course, no disrespect to anybody that's in the part of the Marines, but that commercial is absolutely awful. And
Oh,
that
that's
is the-
horrible.
Why? If we don't need anyone in the Army, why is there such a like big marketing towards that? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Because I
Because
feel like
it's,
that
so,
is
it's
a
so
big.
big. You have to have people that just maintain it. You know,
That's
it
like-
just has to
But
stay there.
like
does
Super
everyone
Bowl
have
commercials.
jobs right now? Like, are they actually doing? Is everyone in the Army and the military doing something? You know what I mean?
Like doing something productive?
Yeah.
No.
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 Okay.
No. I mean, we have. No. I mean, you could be stationed anywhere, you know, in the U.S. If you're not on deployment or something, you're just constantly doing training or
Gotcha.
maintenance.
Well, I mean,
I mean, like what the National Guard does too is even worse because
You told me about this.
like we're doing preventative maintenance on things that are aging. Like things are like 30 years old, like Humvees and stuff that are so old.
you're doing maintenance on them.
Yeah, because like we're not getting any new ones. So, you know, but they constantly break. Like constantly, there's something
Really?
going wrong with them, and it's the mission whatever that's dictated by I don't know if it's on a battalion or brigade level or whatever who's doing it. But like right now, our mission is heavy on like, it's kind of like forest operations and like wooded area. Like it's kind of old school tactics. Like that's what I do. And like my platoon is a scout sniper platoon, and we do everything in the forest. There's nothing urban to it, which is like kind of dumb because the last 18 years has been heavy urban type warfare. It's big cities, and that's the next war that's most likely is what, either Iran or Venezuela, right? Those are the next big hotbeds that could come up, Korea or something too. But there's massive cities in both of those areas. It'd be a heavy urban focus. So, and I think the big army is, I think their focus is probably on city stuff and all that. But at least in the guard level,
Where do you train at for that? Because I mean, I see the guard having trouble finding places to train for urban combat, especially here in this area.
You don't need something big. You build it. Like at Camp Gruber, or pretty much any place, Fort Riley or Camp Gruber or wherever, you have like they're like training like ranges basically, and it's like mock cities where they'll like bring in like old container shipments or something, and they'll cut them out, or they'll have like plywood built up, and it'll just create like a mock city, and then you'll have a platoon go in as an op 4 to like go against the attacking platoon, or kind of however you set it up. And we've done that one time since I've been in, and it was the most fun for sure, and it was it felt like the most productive training too. Like
You actually
learning
got stuff out of it.
Yeah, I mean, because you learn that at like basic training, but I haven't learned it since, and that's probably because of the platoon I'm in. But I don't know.
I got you.
So
That's interesting.
Going off of that, I had an interesting like thing come up at work today, to where we're talking about like productivity versus busyness. I don't necessarily have like a question off of this, but like how do you both of y'all make sure you're not busy but you're productive? You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of my time I could be spent doing something, but at the end of the day I'm like, holy crap, I didn't do anything. What did I do? And I'm just being busy versus, you see the difference? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like productivity versus busyness. Like how do you be more
Productive.
Yeah, what the heck just happened?
Right.
My
You
brain
okay?
just stopped.
Yeah.
How do you be more productive?
Had a stroke.
How do you be more productive versus busyness? And do you think busyness is bad, or
Yes.
yeah?
Because busy, if you're talking about like at a grand, like if you're looking at a general, I'm busy. Busy's different.
What's
Busy's
the
the same thing
difference?
as productive, in my opinion.
You think
But
it's
if you're
the
looking
same
at
thing?
like if I'm sitting at my computer and I've been here for 3 hours,
Yeah.
there's a difference between I've been busy and I've been productive. I'm busy is I've basically looked at the same thing over and over and over, and I haven't moved forward with it. As in, like, I'll do maybe, let's say I'm writing something. I'll write a few words and I'll go listen to a video or something. I'll come back, write a few words. I basically feel like I've wasted my time because I haven't actually sat down and worked on it. Productivity for me is if I'm actually knocking out the stuff that I need to get knocked out.
Okay.
Because I can make one task either last 30 minutes or last 2 hours, depending on what I'm doing during the task. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
At least that's how I do it. Like, I'll be
Yeah.
at the office, and we have 2 monitors. I have 2 monitors. So I'll have what I'm actually doing in front of me, I have a video.
Yeah.
I find myself too often working on what's in front of me, but actually watching the video, so I'm not getting anything done. Does that make
okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Where it's like, the work is happening, but it's not right. I'm going to have to go back and double check it.
Yeah.
I'm not being thorough.
So
I'm gonna-
busyness is almost adding that time too.
Yeah.
Productivity, I feel like you're getting stuff done, and it's good and
I'm knocking. If I'm
valuable.
productive, I'm knocking things off my checklist because
Yeah.
I have checklists for everything.
But not only that, but if you're being productive, you're knocking stuff off your checklist the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In a good, valuable, the best you can make it type way. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I'll add things to my list so I can mark it off though.
Yeah,
because I love
do
that feeling.
But that's a good feeling because I'll have a checklist at work going, and then you get through it. You
Right
get, like,
list, check.
Even if I already did something that I forgot to write on my checklist,
Oh, for
I'll write
sure.
it down,
I add
check
it.
it off. Yeah,
I had
For
like
sure.
stuff like make notes on what I want to do tomorrow, like something like that. Like
make
where
my
it's like,
checklist for tomorrow.
Exactly. Like I add crap like that so I can mark it off. That's my immediate reaction to that
Yeah.
question is when
Yeah.
I'm busy, I'm working, but I'm not moving along because I'm distracted. I'm doing other things in my head, like I'm just not thinking about it. When I'm productive, I'm actually knocking it out, checking things off my list.
Yeah.
Really, really focused.
But also, I feel like productivity, it comes a lot with passion. So if you're passionate about something, you know what I mean? Like,
I agree with that.
Like if you're working a job you don't love, then you're going to be busy, but you're not going to be. You could be productive, but not. I think there's another level of productivity where you're like doing it at the next level. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so and you're doing something passionate about, obviously you want to do it at the next level. So
I agree with that. That's kind of a different angle to look at it, but I agree with that for sure.
And then busyness, I don't know, like, and then on the weekends, you know what I mean? Like, I find myself being busy, but I'll be watching a show rather than, I don't know. And then, like, I feel like even watching TV shows, you can be busy versus productive.
Yeah.
Like, I could watch, like, why would I watch the same episode over and over again? But yet I do it with Friends, The Office, and How I Met Your Mother, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Productive, I feel like, is watching Game of Thrones and getting caught up with you guys.
Yeah, it will. It's today. I was thinking. It's funny you asked this because it's kind of along the same line. I was thinking about how we have such a desire to progress, to see progression, to be productive and produce whatever's going to happen next. Because I was working on those other things today, and I'm like, it feels good to get stuff done. It's crazy how we're just so wired to move along, move forward, and that's what like all of society has come to. Everything has absolutely been okay. Let's see what the next step is. Let's see what the next step is. For the last 1,000 years, that's how it's been. Let's see what the next step is, to the point where we have blow up R2D2s that you can do freaking remote control. Like, that's incredible, and it's crazy how we get such like a high from it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like we're built to continue to build. Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah. For sure. I think that's
we're designed for it.
I think that's also something, it gets bigger with each generation too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like our parents not our parents, but like my grandparents, of course they progressed and wanted to progress, but they're also like very clinged on to tradition, where I feel like we're more of like, all right, what's next?
What's next?
Yeah. What's next?
There's a lot more like intellectuals and stuff that are at least more, they have the capacity and ability to show that they are. So you have a lot more like, tech type people who can grow up and they don't have to necessarily get a degree in order to understand a lot of things with computing, because you have computers and YouTube in the first place. Mm-hmm. So like the research and all these different types of things you can do on your own, whereas before you've had to like really take in a lot of time, as well as the systems that we use, as we go more and more years with having it, and as it becomes more upgraded over time, people like that know it can share what they know on it, and I feel like
and then you have a platform
it's easier
too
for people too.
Yeah, plus like not only that, but then you can showcase what you have, beyond that,
and then other people can build upon it or take it and use it, and we can create. Like, it's crazy. We've created our own tools to create even more tools.
Yeah,
like that's
and to share our knowledge to other people too. Like.
Yeah,
go ahead. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, just to be able to connect with as many people as we do too. Maybe that. Do you think that it has a hand in like the technology advancing?
For sure.
I know, of course, that is technology advancing on its own, but like me being able to communicate. Say I was an engineer, be able to communicate with an engineer in China. Hey, how were you able to do this with this building? Okay, this is how you do it.
If you're like a doctor,
if
you're a doctor in Ireland and you can Skype with someone in New York and someone in Singapore, and go over research and findings.
We're not even directly. All what do we do is like young people, because we don't have as big networks as we YouTube stuff.
Yeah,
you can YouTube anything, honestly.
It's absolutely incredible, and I don't think we use it enough. Honestly, I don't think we use these tools, because at some points I'll be sitting down and I'll be thinking, what's the next skill I want to learn? And there's so many options. You don't know. What
you could really. That's a good point. You could learn. You could pretty much learn anything.
Like, think of something right now.
I'll ask a question to someone.
How to make a broom. You could pull that up right now.
I'll ask a question to someone, and then I'll realize that, like, I have the answer in my hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how, but your wonders can obviously be answered.
Right that here. Is, I mean, you could, if you really, really wanted to, you could be like a rocket scientist.
How to make a broom. Right here. See? Look.
Let's type that in. Yeah, I don't know about rocket science.
Maybe not that, but you could do so much stuff.
Yeah. I mean, what were you learning? German?
Yeah, I mean, well, languages and stuff too. I mean, that's
a talent if you can learn a language off of it.
That's hard
stuff. Yeah,
hey,
it's doable.
Self-teaching is harder than anything.
But like, that's something we need to progress on. For one,
how to do rocket scientist.
We have the tools to do it. So it's like, why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we have the motivation to? You know what I mean?
Motivation is such an interesting thing. I was thinking about this today also. Our attention spans today are so much different than they used to be. Think about it. When it took to build the pyramids, it took 20 years.
Yeah.
That's 20 years of dedication to one object.
That sounds awful.
20 years for what?
To build the pyramids.
Bro, it took like...
Build one. That's one pyramid.
Wait, it took hundreds of years to build the pyramids.
All of them, yeah. But to build one, it took about 20 years.
And the pyramids are boosted. Mm-hmm. They're not that cool,
Wait,
honestly.
No, hold on with that too. Wait, look that up.
Hey, let's find that out right here.
20 years. We can't fix Mingo in 20 years.
How long did it take him to make the little like pharaoh looking dogs? You know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about the Sphinx?
Is that what those are called? I don't
Yes.
know.
They only have one. There's only been one.
There's only one ever?
Look,
that
bro,
thing's not as big.
I know my Egypt history, dog.
How long did it take to build the sphere? Bro, that's crazy.
That said exactly 22. Like,
I know what's
exactly
up, dog.
20.
That's
I know what's
insane.
up.
Spelt it too, 20.
20.
It didn't say 20, it
How long did it
said
take to build
20.
the Great Wall?
I bet that was
that's
long.
like
That was
hundreds,
yeah.
right?
Anyways,
Actually, I don't know. I thought that was really quick. Remember?
Shoot, I don't know.
They were
I
moving
thought
a lot.
that blows my mind that it was 20 years to build a pyramid.
Because they're moving. Remember, like there's dead bodies and corpses down below.
yeah,
the
they
Great
just
Wall
if you
because-
died there, they
I just
built
typed in the
over you.
pyramids again. Whoops.
How awful! What a time.
Hey, the
died-
Great Wall apparently 200 years it took the Great Wall to build.
All right, so what you said though with the pyramids, so what people talk about? No. What he was talking about, how they're like boosted.
I said they're.
Oh,
I said
I
they're
thought
20 years.
Sorry, I
no, that was
apologize.
me.
No,
How they're boosted. So
You go. That was me.
so like above the pharaoh's tomb or whatever that's inside of the near the top.
you talking
of
about the
pyramid.
pillars?
I
The crazy
actually don't.
pillars?
Yes, bro.
I actually don't think they're boosted, but
All
like
right, but I just gotta
today's
go on it.
time, I'm just like.
So
eh.
above like
Well,
the
yeah, duh.
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
freaking skyscrapers. And
That's
we're
what
like,
I'm saying,
Oh my
like-
god, look at the pyramid.
Like the
That's
one
crazy.
World Trade Center obviously is so much better than the
That's like
pyramids.
comparing
Why are the
Paul.
pyramids that big of a deal? I don't understand.
You really
because they were
not?
built like
kidding.
4,000
Oh,
years
okay,
ago.
yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Why are we like not
5,000
reading?
years.
We normally read each other. And that's
Today,
twice.
it's because y'all got to
That's
fight. That's what
twice.
happened. Y'all
No,
got to
let me-
fight.
It threw the balance
Threw
of
off
like
the
our
balance.
friendship.
God dang. Okay.
Go ahead.
5,000 years ago, all right,
Okay.
these things were built. So they created these, how many, 80-ton granite, 80-ton solid
Pillars,
granite
yeah.
blocks. Massive. And they pulled that thing up an already built pyramid. So they built it.
pulled it.
They pulled it.
So that's one
Why
of the,
would they do
that's
that?
One of the, this is one of the
What are you
things
talking
that people don't
Why
know.
would they pull it?
What?
They pulled the pyramid. So they made the
No,
pyramid.
no, no,
and
no,
they
no.
pulled-
bro,
He
the
pulled the
blocks.
pillar. Talking about the pillars that
They're
they
blocks.
pulled up. Hey, babe.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that's one of the things that people are like, well, aliens must have been involved. We don't understand how those 80-ton pillars could be moved up a pyramid and put into it and built around it
Right,
after that.
because there's like the math that you do on how like the extent that leverage can do for you. Even like as many people as you get, so you get 100 like strong dudes, right?
Yeah.
You still need leverage to move 80 tons, right? So the problem is, how do you get an
Hey, guess
80
where Trinity
ton
just went to get food?
Sonic?
Guess.
Sonic.
No, you say it. You know where it is.
Taco
Please.
Bueno.
No. Where did we talk about?
Bro, we're in the middle of a podcast. What?
Schlotsky's.
Oh,
Seriously?
That's weird.
It was a part of it.
You tell her?
Trinity
Might just
Schlotsky's?
say random stuff for
tell
no
her?
reason. No, she went and did it because she liked Schlotsky's.
Did she have Schlotsky?
That word's going to be hard to say here in like an hour.
Schlotsky. It's 'cause I said it weird.
We've said it too many times.
Slavinsky.
Schlotsky's.
Slavinsky. What's that movie where it's like it's just I don't know.
John
Go
Krasinski.
ahead.
Krasinski.
Krasinski. Go ahead. Go. Talk.
No, but so in order for you to be able to pull like an 80-ton block up to the top where they're at, which is like what 100 feet is where they're set at, you would have to have a bridge or like a ramp basically that would go
How do they know they
some
built them
crazy
somewhere else?
amount. What are you talking about?
You said they had to drag it, or
They drag these blocks.
So how do they know-
Because the closest marble deposits that they were able to get that from were like 50 miles away.
How
So they
did-
had
how-
to pull
how did that
that
not
across
change?
the desert.
or how do they like? How do we know that that was there at that time? Like, could
Marble
it not
doesn't.
be right there?
In 5,000 years, marble's not going to change much in the
Okay.
sense that it's
They
not.
didn't get all of
They're
it.
not going to produce more in one spot and some degrade. Marble's going to
Okay.
last for hundreds of thousands of
Okay.
years.
All right, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
What if
It's
they
granite,
used
so
all?
not
What if
marble.
they used all of it?
Granite, yeah. What?
What if they used all the granite?
All
And
right,
that's
so
particular.
Or the pyramids?
Hey, I mean,
Even if they did, how do you get it up? How did you get the 80-ton granite blocks up to the top of the pyramid?
You have cranes, like in
Well, no, you don't. So,
Yeah.
like, what do?
you build a crane with the granite.
People literally cannot like answer that.
Yeah, I
Like,
can't
it has
either.
not been answered. You'd have to. The only way you could is if you had a ramp at this certain point of leverage.
Well, have
you'd have
you-
to have a ramp,
yeah.
but that ramp would be like 3 miles.
yeah, it was,
Okay.
it was insane.
I see-
And at
the phenomenon.
And it could be made out of sand because it's too heavy. It collapsed the ramp, so it had to be made out of stone. But if it's made out of stone, it would have just stayed there with.
and
the
then that's the
pyramids.
question: is where is it now? Where's the
Yeah,
ramp?
they wouldn't take apart a ramp after.
So there's this conspiracy that aliens helped build the.
Well,
pyramids?
that's just like what people are like. Well, it must be
It's-
aliens.
I feel like
it's
Colt
more
was more
of a-
passionate about.
It's more of a thought about like there must have been they must have had way more technology than we expect than
Right.
we think that they do.
Okay.
Then aliens helped them do it.
Something
it was,
happened.
It was along the lines of there has been a catastrophe that has happened between now and then, and throughout all cultures there's this flood. Everybody talks about a flood. Noah's Ark. The Egyptians. A lot of people thought it was just the Nile overflowing. but then other places in like Samaria, Acadia, like all these places around Mesopotamia at that time all had these flood myths. So they assumed that certain things happened during this time, and some people believe that it could have wiped out an entire ancient civilization that's advanced, that's much more advanced, not to today's level, but more of like a possibly more like medieval to even like Renaissance time,
kind of like a Babylon type empire,
like more along these more advanced than the ancient Egyptians, just put somewhere in there. So they're like they must have had that to be able to put these pillars in there, but nobody knows.
That's the same stuff with like off of certain coastlines, right? You have these shelves that are 400 feet underwater, but 4,000 years ago it was sea level, or it was level. You know what I mean? So people there could be cities that are 400 feet underwater now off this coastline.
Okay.
And it goes into like all these like crazy things with unexplained, like the Antikythera mechanism. You seen that? So the Antikythera mechanism is this literal like mechanism, and it's all these different like on a clock.
Recognize this? Why do I recognize
like on a
this?
clock, you have all these different
hands or times.
What's the word for like the circle? Gears. So it has these gears, but this is supposed to be from ancient like Greece, because it was found off of the coast of the Antikythera Island or whatever in a shipwreck, and there's only been one that's found, but it's thousands of years old, and it's 20 something or 30 gears that all are able to calculate different solar and like lunar type like eclipses and everything like that. It's basically like it's the first computer, as they call it, because it was able to compute this astronomical stuff at the time. That stuff that astronomy didn't solve until after 1000 AD. So it's stuff like that that's like just completely puzzling to people. And there's a big push right now into looking into seeing what's in the Amazon, because everyone thought that the Amazon was completely uninhabitable because the soil isn't rich at all. Obviously, there's so many things in the Amazon that are just like make life really hard. But as deforestation continues, it's pulling back the forest line, and they're seeing temples there. It's like so there's like this other civilization that has been there that isn't here anymore.
When they go down there and really start like exploring, it's going to be crazy.
We're
going to find some crazy stuff.
There's going to be like you start looking into the canopies and stuff. Like I think they go under.
Within the next 100 years, we're going to learn all kinds of stuff about the Mayans, the Aztecs. Like it's going to be so
and this
cool.
other civilization that's in the Amazon.
That's what I'm saying is I suspect a lot of those places went further south, but it's going to be cool. That stuff that's exciting. That's history.
Same
that
with
we
the
have
Sahara.
Untapped.
People like we haven't dug under the Sahara. People know that there's a river there,
The
but there
Sphinx
could have easily been a massive civilization in the whole Sahara.
So here's something that makes me curious. People didn't know the Sphinx was around for thousands of years
until 1910, right? Something like that. 1904.
I mean, the Egyptians knew it was around every now and then, because sometimes it would get covered in sand, and they would have to dig it out. So the question is, how much other stuff is just covered in sand? If we found this freaking human lion next to the pyramids, what if we would have gone 6 more miles in another direction? Who knows what's been built?
And I think it was a tomb that was found in 1904 or something like that.
Because it's been around. It's come and gone throughout the generations, and I'm pretty sure Napoleon saw the Sphinx. Oh no, one of the what's his name? I can't remember. It's a Greek
like we were talking about the mountain gorilla.
How
that wasn't found until like 1910.
Yeah, so we're like Bigfoot could be real.
Bigfoot could be real. Civilizations could be real.
You think Bigfoot's real?
It could be. I'm not saying I.
Do you look at the Antikythera mechanism?
No.
Look that up.
How do you
I didn't know how to spell
We'll
it.
put anti-KY, I think.
Anti-KY.
Kythera mechanism.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And then like post that on like the video. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
KY
images.
Oh, here it is.
They did like a modern rendition of what it looks like too, and it is wicked.
Oh yeah.
It's something that is way too advanced for its time.
So where'd they find this at?
So this was on a shipwreck off the coast of Egypt, or off the coast of Greece.
Okay.
And it's got all these gears, and they all like measure these astronomical like things.
Yeah.
And it's complete. I think that's the modern. Yeah, that's the modern.
Oh, that's crazy.
Reconstruction of it. Like what is that? That's like
what are y'all doing?
8,000 years ago, like 6,000 years ago. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane. That's so cool. The Greeks give all their. They say that their society was built after the Egyptians. Fun little fact for you.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's cool.
It is kind of cool.
Oh, Greek fire. Yeah, Greek fire. They call it Greek fire. How that still is something that like puzzles people because it's basically like a napalm that they used back in the day, and they have it in like these vials, and they throw them, and it explode on ships and stuff, and they mounted it on their ships.
Didn't they build flamethrowers?
Yeah,
out
they
of
built
it?
it with a siphon.
Yeah.
So then they'd shoot this flame, and it could burn on water. It's literally like black fire.
Green fire.
Green. What is it? What's it called?
I don't remember. I know what you're
Off
talking
of
about.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Is
It's green
Wildfire.
fire. Wildfire.
Wildfire.
I call it green fire.
You know
'cause
that
it's
green
actually
fire
green.
in Game of Thrones?
Don't look at the TV.
that can like
or
stick on the
camera.
That like stick. You've seen Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know that green fire that can stick on the water.
I don't
I've
think
seen
you've
that part
seen it
yet.
yet.
Yeah, it's the first.
Have
It's
you
the first
seen the-
season.
Spoil that, man.
It's the first season.
Oh,
last
is it?
episode.
Which okay.
Siege
okay.
of
That big siege battle?
Siege of
Oh,
all
okay,
those ships
yeah.
blow up
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that green. I'm crazy. All those ships blow up because of that green fire.
Yes.
That's literally like what it is, except this was real life. I don't
Okay.
think it was green,
Okay.
but and like they harnessed
No, it was
that.
red.
Like it was the
Speaking
first.
of,
like normal.
I don't know if we
napalm.
talked about. Did we talk about the Red Wedding?
Bro, people talked about the Red Wedding 6 years ago.
We can talk about
I
it 'cause you
know,
just got
but
to
like
it, though.
this is my first time
me
seeing
and
the
Colt,
Red
I've
Wedding.
seen everything.
Yeah.
He is.
I was on the way back from Colorado with Colt watching it, and I was like kind of not dozing off, but like looking around, and then whatever happened. I was like, oh my god! And then it's just like 5 minutes of just madness. It's just like
it's wicked.
what the heck just happened? Because I thought Rob Stark was in it the whole series. I don't know why,
Oh.
but I thought he was there the whole time, and I was like, oh, I
You
wonder-
thought before that he was like the front running guy. Like
Yeah.
he's like the new guy. He's the
Yeah.
main guy. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
wait, what?
I know.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And then you're like, wait a minute, what happens with like that whole plot line of like the North versus the South? And that's just done. And like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's wicked. It was. That was.
You know that was based off an actual event too.
Yeah, it was in,
like George R. Martin. He loves the like the War of the Roses
So
period.
what
that
is?
kind of
I
era.
remember you guys say Game of Thrones has many different levels that they haven't even touched. What's
What,
it
his
based
books?
off of?
Well,
Is
it's
it books?
Yeah, George R. R. Martin created the books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which they're past the books now. So
Oh,
the books will end differently from the
So
show.
they're canon right now. The show's canon right now.
Where you're at,
I don't think they'll either say canon or not canon in this. They'll just have the books
they run
or
parallel
the TV.
pretty well, but there's different. Like the book goes into much more of like a tree of different things
Okay,
and stuff,
okay.
and the show has other things that they haven't done with the. But they're pretty close. They run similar. Like George R. R. Martin he's like a main guy that influences how the
he
show is set
for sure.
But George R. R. Martin got a lot of his stuff from Tolkien and Lord of the Rings,
Okay.
as well as historical stuff. And what is that? Hey, what was the Red Wedding based on though? Was it like a French or Irish?
It was.
It wasn't as dramatic as like this one, but
this
it was
is
something
crazy.
like
But I hear
I don't know if they killed him like while they were eating.
No, it was. I think it was very similar.
Was it?
and the
Red Wedding's been a
pregnancy,
couple
bro,
of events.
that
Scottish.
hurt.
One was a case
Scottish.
called the Black Dinner. A king of Scotland was fighting the Black Douglas clan. He reached out to make peace, and I assume when they showed up for the dinner, he murdered them.
Well, let's look that up.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, but yeah, and then he like you see him like with the direwolf's head on him,
Yeah,
like that part.
Yeah.
oof.
it's terrible, dude.
Man, it's a crazy show.
Yeah. I'm
What episode are you on
blown
now?
away.
Where are you at?
So I'm on the finale of season 4,
What's happening?
to where Tyrion's just being trialed, or he just was trialed. What's his face?
Put on trial for killing Joffrey.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then what's his the mountain?
Oh, yeah,
just
the mountain
freaking-
smushed his
That
head
was what? Yeah. I thought that man won. What's the guy's name?
The Viper.
The Viper. I
Yeah.
thought he won.
I know.
And then he shows up and then gets his
He
leg.
got all
And I
cocky,
was like,
bro.
whoa! I know.
He took him down, and he was like,
But then
"Good
even
food."
when he was down, I was like, oh, he'll get out. I don't know why,
Bro,
But that man
he
got a
could
hand
have,
on
like,
him.
he was laying down, and the dude could have just like kept stabbing him, and he'd have
Yeah.
been dead. But
Yeah,
he was
I
like,
know.
"Nah, I'm gonna like make this guy confess."
Yeah.
Bro, popped it. Like,
And then he confessed as he was doing it.
yeah. Oh, that was
Golly.
that made me so mad though. I was like, I hate this guy. The
I
moment.
know.
Yeah, dang, that's a crazy show.
That
When you
guy
watch
in
it,
real
it
life, have you
reminds
seen
me.
the guy's girlfriend in real life?
How she's
Yes.
like 4
Tiny.
feet tall.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
She might be like 6 foot, but he's a
What's his name? I don't even
Thor
remember.
Bjorn. Bjornsson, right?
Okay. Something like
Obviously, I screwed that up real bad, but it's something like Thor Hofsborn, something crazy. You find it?
that. What are you looking for, Cole?
He's kind of see like what actually happened at the Black Wedding. Is it the Black Wedding?
That's what it's Black Dinner.
The Black Dinner.
Black Dinner.
Why is it called the Black Dinner?
Because it was
Duh.
sad and everyone died.
Black. It was like Black Douglas clan is a part of
So
it.
I had a course in college where I did a research on like Vikings and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, and
Minnesota.
Actual
There was-
Vikings or the Vikings?
no, like
football
actual,
team?
like
Okay,
actual
got it.
Vikings. And there was like this one case where it was
You gotta,
super.
you gotta ask with this.
It was
guy.
super interesting where they found the decapitated heads of like 40 Vikings after they attacked this village, and they're like we really had no idea like what happened. So they're trying to like put together like what they think happened based on like the bludgeoning attacks and everything like that each person received. And there's a couple theories. Like one of them is that there was like this massive British army that was just like waiting for them as they like attacked off like one of the but it was a small town, so like it didn't really make much sense. It was like far away from one of the bigger cities that a normal garrison would be at,
Yeah.
and the town was too small to have a big enough militia. So they were just trying to figure out like what decapitated like 50 Vikings like in one spot. Like it was like this mass grave of all these heads of all these Vikings that were attacking.
And
And
do they have
stuff.
like any kind of idea at all?
That was it. Like they were just talking like they don't really know. Like they think it's like there was like this army that was like waiting for them and stuff.
Jeez.
But it was just super interesting to kind of like listen about all the or like read on all these different Vikings attacks and how like brutal they
Okay,
were.
you guys want to hear what happened?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
As the story goes, they arranged for William and his young brother David. These are two, I think, Scottish, part of the Black Douglas clan. Come in Edinburgh and get better acquainted with their future king. Under the rules of hospitality, their stay was guaranteed to be safe. Upon the arrival of the Douglas brothers, a great feast began. The three young gentlemen were merry and joyous when suddenly, on the beat of a drum, the doors were shut. A man walked into the dining chamber and served them the fresh head of a black boar, still dripping in blood. It was a symbol of death according to customs. The king was persuaded that it was done at the command of the Douglas brothers and that they were conspiring against him. Basically, that they asked for this thing to come in as a sign, like we're going to kill you or something.
Yeah.
They were then dragged outside like pigs, tried on the charges of high treason, and beheaded almost instantly.
Dang, that sucks.
And then it goes on to say, basically, years later, I think it was another brother or somebody like that said that he wasn't going to vow fealty to the king, and the king stabbed him in the throat and then chopped his head off.
Golly.
So,
Chopping heads up, like in Game of Thrones, it's better if it's just clean,
Yeah.
Because I can't remember who does it. Reek, I think. Whenever he gets pissed off at King's Landing, whenever he tries because they're like saying you will never be Ned Stark, whatever. I don't know what they said, but he like tries to chop the guy's head off and it won't go, so he has to keep going.
I forgot
that's
about that.
gross. Yeah.
all right, so I was doing landscaping the other day, and I had this little snake inside of it was a little grass snake, and it was inside one of the boxwoods that I was trimming. And I had my electric thing, and I was originally trying to like move him so I wouldn't cut him in half. So I was trying to, and he snuck up into the grass more. I'm like, okay, he's far enough from my trimmers, I'm fine. As I'm going, probably 10 minutes later, I see something move, and I keep going thinking it's a leaf, and then I see blood spewing out of my thing, and so I stop, I pull off, and it had like chopped him up all throughout his side, to where like I'm seeing intestines and stuff hang out of him. So I'm like, gosh, I felt terrible because I tried to save him. He's just a grass snake, so it's not like he's doing any harm.
Yeah.
So I take the next 15 minutes to try to pull him out of the grass, and he's still alive, so he's fighting me. Okay, but he's totally dead because I can see that his intestines have been ripped open. So I
Dang,
know
bro.
he's going to
You
die.
suck, dude.
I know, man. So I'm trying to pull this guy
Just
out,
kill him.
and as I'm doing it, I'm like, you can feel him fight first because he's strong. I can feel him like less and less. He's probably this big, and I was feeling so bad. So I finally pull him out. I can see he's going, and I'm like, okay, I got to put him out of his misery. Like that's the right thing to do. I feel terrible, but I had to do it. So I get my hand shovel, and I was going to chop his head off. Well, I did it. He's so tiny that it didn't actually sever. It took me about 5 swipes to sever his effing head.
Dude, you're the worst.
Dude, I felt so awful. Like
You're
I
the
told
worst
Trinity about
executioner.
it. I would, man. I felt
Like, chops your
absolutely
back,
awful.
And then like gets like the top of your head. You're like,
This guy probably sees him like the most evil being
There was
ever.
literally a dude's walking by while I'm doing it too. I'm like- and then I stood up and like over exaggerated my like sadness. I was like, man, because I wanted to know I wasn't like evil. So it was rough, man. It sucked. That
jeez.
situation was unfun.
Golly, dude.
that'd be hard to do though, to like chop someone's head off like that.
Like a real person.
like an executioner type
Yeah.
style.
Can you imagine that was your job?
You got to get a good hit.
Yeah,
too.
you too. Yeah.
Ugh.
Could you imagine if that was your job? Every day you wake up, what am I gonna do? Kill somebody today.
So
Chop their head off.
Fortnite Season 9 came out last night. Did y'all play it?
I know nothing about that.
Bro, I deleted Fortnite like day after I played Apex.
Ugh.
Have you played the in-game version?
Nah, I saw it on YouTube. It looked
Yeah.
cool,
It's pretty fun.
but
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Because like me and Colt got into Apex, and you did.
Yeah. I didn't really get into it.
have or have not played Apex or
No.
Fortnite since you started playing Apex?
Yes.
He said he deleted it.
Oh, you deleted
Bro, as
Yeah.
soon as like I started playing Fortnite, I like deleted PUBG, and then after Apex came out, I deleted Fortnite. I was like, I'm just.
stuck on the
Yeah.
PUBG train for a long
You were trying to
It was
fight
fun.
that.
Well, because like it was fun
and then
on console.
Gally always tries to like act like he wasn't part. You know what I mean? Like he'll be like, "Oh no, I've been here on Fortnite. I've been playing." Like he'll add you, like get a party invite on Xbox. Hey, Gally wants to play Fortnite. You'll get on.
So I can't relate to that.
What you mean, bro?
You
I
get on?
played that since season 2.
No, yeah, but we were there first.
Well,
Like,
good. I'm glad.
Listen, I had Fortnite, right? And I was like, Gal's like, hey, download PUBG. I was like, bro, Fortnite's free. I don't know. He's like, I'll pay you. I'll give you $10. So I paid, which is real. Like you nice for that, but I paid half
this
of
dude
it.
dogging me. I was
paid
like, I
half
wanna
of
play
it.
with
He
you.
paid half of it. I probably played like 3 games with this man, and I was like,
And I knew too. I was like okay with it because I was like, man, this
Did you know it was dying when it happened?
He was garbage. Was he terrible, or was he
real
just
bad.
Bro, what?
Bro.
My second game, I got second.
That's a boost. I was not there for that.
Did you die?
That'd be like him
He's
playing.
play,
like,
okay, how
Battlefield
many
or
games
something.
you actually played?
PUBG.
Yeah.
5. Just about.
So all right.
Have you won any?
No.
So they're it's just whatever your style is, right? Because like PUBG was like a more realistic tile. Like
Well, I get it
shooter
because you
type
guys,
thing.
It just
you guys don't like
lagged
the
a
same
lot.
games
It
I
seemed
like,
like
so
it
I totally
lagged a
get
lot.
that.
Oh, it was horrible
Okay.
for so many.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's why
It
I
wasn't
literally-
optimized for
They just
consoles yet.
yeah, they just fixed that like on
Yeah,
console.
God,
I haven't
they-
played it obviously since I deleted
Yeah.
it forever ago. I think I deleted it like Fortnite season 3 is when I was like, all right, I'll delete. Well, fine, I'll delete PUBG. But and then I played Fortnite for a while, clutched some good wins for you, and now Apex. Apex is and then something a year from now, less than I don't know, something new catches my eye. If it's free, I'm all for it.
It's a good
I've
thing.
had to, I've had to
talk about
clutch
video
some wins
games
for you.
You've had what?
I've clutched some
Bro,
wins
every
for
time
you.
we play, we don't do very well. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but we had that. Our last win was.
Bro,
that dude was running.
low-key we can
pop,
rag.
pop, pop, pop.
Low-key we can rag on Colt a little bit for whenever he posts that one video.
Yeah, we're supposed to be funny, bro. Like y'all are like, this is your highlight. No, it wasn't a freaking highlight. The entire thing. Let me show you.
You also never played Fortnite too.
For someone that like plays video games and loves them as much as you do, it's just weird that you weren't good at Fortnite.
Yeah, it was weird.
Like why?
When we get done here, I'm gonna show you what I was basing all those things off of. When we get done here.
People don't even know what we're talking
But
about.
what did you just ask me? You said why?
So like, why weren't you very good at Fortnite?
Because I didn't want to play it. I didn't care about it. I don't really care about these battle royales. I play Apex every now and then. I played it one time yesterday, and then I didn't play it. It's
What do
been
you
a
play?
while.
What games do you play?
Right now, I'm playing Thea.
Because you always play games that you don't tell us about.
No,
You
because y'all
play
don't like the
quiet
games I play
What's
anymore.
Thea?
Y'all don't,
He
you won't
does
like
have
it.
random games though, like Thea.
Rand. What is Thea?
It's like a roguelike civilization.
Colt would be like, I'm playing Call of the Black Knight 3. You're like, what?
Remember you had what's that game called? Where you like get on the horse and you just it was horrible
Mountain Blade.
graphics.
Mountain Blade.
Mountain Blade.
Yeah.
You just be like running around, you're like, oh, I found a guy, and you like chop him and then you just ride again. It's like, bro, what the
That
graphics?
game,
So boring.
bro. That game was amazing. Like, what are you talking about? It's because y'all don't get into it. Y'all see the surface level, and then you guys are like, I'm done.
What?
Bro, I played so much Skyrim. I don't like that. That's
Fallout.
disrespectful.
To me, yeah.
Fallout,
we both had that
Skyrim.
connection.
We can play deep games.
and you're dogging it. You don't
Those
get deep.
aren't like.
What do you
those.
mean?
That's not
It's
like
not
a Mountain Blade, bro. Mountain Blade is all about building your army, going and conquering people,
does it have
building your
bad
skill.
graphics?
Yeah,
Then why? Like, I just don't
that's what I'm
understand.
saying. That's what I'm saying. The games I play don't have to have good graphics because I want the experience and the action of what I'm doing.
Experience
I don't
of
care
Well,
about
that's-
blurry
all right, but
horses.
that's also
right?
a difference of like growing up on consoles, and then you've had a huge computer presence. Where
Yeah.
those games aren't even available on console.
Yeah,
Because on
for
console
sure.
you have to have a AAA game for the most part.
Yeah.
Come out. Like especially nowadays, like Xbox 360, I think 1,300 games came out for it. 1,300. Xbox One, probably a third or fourth of that.
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
you have to be a big.
Why?
company.
Well,
look at the-
You have to be a studio.
Even
You have
go
have
back to
a
the
lot of money.
originals, the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox. They had so many options.
Yeah.
So many options.
Like
Today
you go to a
don't.
game store, like you look at the Xbox
You're
One and
vibrating.
PS5, the Xbox One and PS5 section,
So-
it's like that big. And then you look at
PS5?
old PS4,
Yeah,
Xbox
I
One,
knew
and
it is.
Damn, I like I jumped in
PS4.
time.
Nah, I mean like the sections for are so small, and then you look at 360 and PS3, and it's just like huge.
Is that
files.
so? It's not just me because when I go to the games and you guys look at like the games in the store, I'm just like,
I don't
this isn't
ever.
very
I've
fun.
already seen all those games, so I don't really care to look at them. And the shopping on my PlayStation is easier. Shopping on Steam is easier than being in the shop because they already tell you, like, okay, I know you like games like this.
Recommended.
Here's 1,700 that you might like to play. And it's like, okay, cool. I'll look through these and decide. And I buy cheap games, bro. I very rarely ever
You
spend
can
too much
get
money
Steam.
on it.
You can get like they have that Star Wars bundle.
Bro, Steam
that,
is
like, on
the
deal
best.
sometimes. Like you can get like how many Star Wars games? Is it? Like 40.
Yeah, it's some
It's
crazy.
every Star Wars game that's ever come out, and it's all for one price of like I think it's like $70.
Let's find
usually,
out right now. I already
but
got
it's
Steam
like,
up.
It's been on sale before.
Steam never goes away.
Old games.
I have a ton of these Star Wars games, too.
Do you really?
I'm so
Yeah.
whack with video games back in the day. I didn't have any of this that you guys talk about.
Oh man, Nintendo
86
64
bucks to get
first.
every single one.
How many is that?
Let me
How many titles?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, dang, you're gonna be
5,
counting
6,
for a
7,
minute.
8, 9, 10, 11,
How long's this
12.
pod been going? Has it been going an hour? It feels like it's been an hour. This pod?
26 different items.
26 different.
It's on sale right now, too.
Okay, I think it's always on sale.
It's actually $66 instead of $222. I thought it, for some reason,
Dang!
it probably was including tax, maybe. I have no idea why it would should say 80 something. Yeah. 66 bucks. This podcast is almost done. We're almost done. But yeah, listen.
Tell us what video games you like.
So Mountain Blade is a great one.
Did you ask like our fans?
Yeah, all of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
tell
thought
us.
you were asking me.
Yeah, I did too. I thought you asked.
No,
I was
all-
like,
all-
shoot, I'll
the
answer
way you
that
said-
question, no problem.
All of our fans. Come on, guys.
Yeah, like those games.
We have
I feel like y'all don't.
do.
I like picture myself in them. Like if I was like, okay, if I'm in this world, this is what I want to do. So like Mountain Blade, it's all about building your
So,
character, building your army,
when
building
you
your
see-
people, and that's like
Is Mountain
fun.
Blade the horse one?
That's the one, yeah.
So like in Mountain Blade, you like in your world you want to see blurriness like around you and stuff.
That doesn't affect it though. That's a dumb question.
See, I don't
Look at Minecraft, bro. That's the easiest
but that's
argument to get
supposed
out
to
of.
be-
Okay. I'm just being stupid.
So is Mountain Blade
honestly.
because you have giant armies fighting each other. So
But,
you
like,
have to have low
alright,
graphics.
but Minecraft
Why?
is, like,
Why
'cause you
is
can build
Minecraft
things, like,
big?
perfectly.
Tell me, why is Minecraft
because it's
big?
easy, bro.
It's easy.
I disagree entirely.
But
It's not
we
'cause
like
it's easy.
I'm not a Minecraft
Nah,
or a
it's-
video game person. Me and you spent like 3 hours till 4 a.m. playing Minecraft.
Because it's
Why?
easy,
Think
right?
of the freedom that it gives you creatively.
Yeah.
Creatively. Like
But
you
still,
can do
there's-
whatever you
there's
want.
still like challenge though.
But there's challenge. You have to survive. Like you get
Yeah.
to build whatever you want.
But why? Like looking back, I'd be like, I don't win.
Bro, you can waste time at Minecraft.
That's what
like,
I'm saying. That's
I
that
have fr-
busyness time.
I have friends
You know
from
what I mean?
college, like,
that's not that
who-
productivity time.
They're still working on stuff like the same
Yeah.
the same map that they did. When we
But see,
first
I
went.
disagree with you. I would
Insane.
say that's more productive than like freaking Fortnite or anything. I would much rather if I was okay for.
I mean, neither. Are
I would say you're
productive.
being more productive playing Minecraft than you are Fortnite.
Productivity in business depends on who you are too, though. Because you know what I mean. Because I would say
'Cause, like,
productivity for me would be playing some games and getting better at Fortnite. Therefore, I could play with my friends, and then it's like put up.
You need to play Apex because that'd be productive for you.
Well, you know, I'm not really feel like it. So
It's because you're not good. Like you're scared to like.
see,
come
busyness
to
for me
exhaustion.
would be like wasting time. See, I see it as wasting, and I'm sorry because I know you're passionate. Not passionate, but I know you have good stuff that you've created, and you're very what?
Whatever, bro.
You're very productive.
Whatever,
on that.
bro. Listen,
So, but
nah.
don't be mean.
I'm not
Yeah.
mean.
We're not able to read each other today, so you gotta stop that.
Okay, sorry. That was
Yeah.
the second time today that you thought I've been actually mad at you. I'm not actually.
in the
mad.
car, I thought you were actually mad.
I thought I was being cool too. I thought we were enjoying ourselves. No, but I think your argument that a game needs to look good before you should play it is dumb. That's super.
I don't
dumb.
think it depends on the person.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Because
I think you're wrong still, though.
But is it going to sell as much if it doesn't look good?
Do what?
Is it going to sell as much?
Well, these
if it
are
doesn't
older
look good?
games though. At the same time, like I don't think
Yeah.
you'd come out with a game today that looked like Mountain Blade,
Yeah.
right?
Oh no,
That's
was-
kind of my argument.
no.
Is like a lot of people wouldn't waste their time.
they're
on it.
coming out with the second one, and it looks pretty good. They're trying to. That's one of the hard parts, though, is that there's so many mechanics in it that you have to sacrifice some of the aesthetics to make those other things work.
I understand that.
And I've always been an advocate to make it look less good and run smoother, and also have more mechanics and activities. I'll be totally fine with that. I can play something on low quality. That's fine if it's still good and fun.
But does it sell on low quality?
Well, now the thing though with that
it
is
kind of
like,
depends on who they're selling
PC
to.
is a completely different world.
Yeah.
Where there's so many people on PC that, like, I don't know.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Consoles, heck no, because everybody
Yeah.
wants. They're all looking for AAA.
I feel like it's
standards are
mainstream.
way,
Yeah, you
Console.
need to have a AAA for a console.
But
to
PCs also have a. I mean, they're people. A lot of the PC players like me. They just want something that's good, fun to play, that we
Yeah.
just enjoy to get immersed
But
in and get evolved in. And then
I feel like the
you do it.
majority of civilization,
Civilization.
the majority of
Society?
people
All of
in
mankind.
society have consoles. You know what I mean? Like I feel like sports people, athletes, they're like, oh, I got PS4. Oh, I got this. You know what I mean? That makes sense.
Well,
I
consoles
think they're
are
po-
for sure,
popular,
but
right?
that's why they can create AAA games because they have
What's AAA games?
AAA is like this,
Call
like,
of Duty.
DICE.
Okay, I
like,
gotcha.
Big
Yeah,
studios.
yeah. Okay.
Apex is considered. Is Apex
Yeah, it's
considered?
EA.
It's EA. AAA.
Well,
like
I don't know
these
if
huge
that game is a AAA
because it's free, so I don't know if it's considered AAA. But
Yeah. Okay. I gotcha.
the big, yeah,
Okay. I see.
the ones that when they come out, everybody's like, "Ooh, I gotta get it." That's AAA.
All right. Very well.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think we're good. You guys got anything else you want to talk about?
Sounds good. Tell us what your ugly video game like Colt might be. What other questions? If anyone made it this far.
Probably not.
Yeah.
If anyone started the video, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Either way.
Thanks for watching. We love you guys. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Peace.